Well, here's where we're at. we're into March, and we just come out some really bad weather, and the East Coast is still having it. Boy, it's been rough, but we're starting events, and we're at East Wind. And Alan Swayze, he has got operations going earlier this time than normal. He's usually trying to get geared up, getting camp set up, but this year he's wide open, and they're having missions and all night long.
Yep.
So how's the weather for you guys?
It's really nice. We're waiting for the shoe to drop.
Yeah, I think Wednesday we're going to have about 2 inches of rain. So.
That'll work. Yeah. I like to have at least a little bit of rain like that just to keep these desert people.
Yes.
People come from all over. The desert folks and the Canadian folks, they don't think they think they know what rain is. So
Yeah.
Give them a good gully washer.
I was with the Canadians a couple of years ago, and this one Canadian had to bring to my attention he had never seen water on a hillside in a puddle. He said only Oklahoma has water on hillsides. So that's what's been very funny. Well, Alan, you know, it's kind of a sad thing to hear that this is going to be your last East Wind.
Yep, last one.
And is it your age? Maybe you want to do something else?
It's just about time transition. The sport in general is changing, so it's easier to sometimes stop rowing against the tide and just move on to doing something different.
Well, you definitely do something different. Think about this game with East Wind. They immerse you, so you're camping. You're doing everything that you would do in the 1980s, and you're right there for 9 days, 24 hours a day. There's not another game like it, and so we'll definitely miss these guys because it's really unique, and it starts our season. Now, this is the first thing we do to kick off all the events for the year, and so he'll be around doing other things, but he just won't be doing this one for 9 days. So we sure appreciate the time you have spent here.
I'll get to see you.
We get to actually hang out.
Yeah, and Alan's been our key personnel during D-Day, making sure we get all the troops moved, and
Yes.
really been a lifesaver on that, buddy, making sure we have plenty of trucks running, and sure everybody appreciates that.
He's definitely a logistic guru, so it's really been helpful.
Not easy to put this many people in the field this long without having some planning. So yeah.
And so,
I'd be good, or I'd be out by now.
so it looks like you got your tents all trenched in nice, so you're ready for the rain about
Dug as
Wednesday.
tight as it takes me. We learned our lesson about not doing that.
Yeah, you're only one square on the hillside, so you kind of got a good angle going anyway, so it's pretty amazing. But I want to catch up with you, so anyway, so you've got about, 7 more days to deal with, and that's pretty cool. What's the furthest distance one of your players has come from?
This year, probably Southern California is the farthest we've got. We've not had anybody come from overseas this year. We've probably a third of our forces are international from Canada.
Yes.
But the farthest distance travel is probably just in Southern California. That's
Spice. Canadian guys, they're a lot of fun to be around. It's been a real pleasure to meet those guys. Well, anyway, we'll talk about some more stuff here in a few minutes. We'll catch you guys again. What kind of big, I don't know, big jobs we're going to try to accomplish this year? One of them is we want to put up a big, huge pavilion. And Terry, how big do you think this thing could be?
It's going to be a pretty good size. We're going to start counting all the pieces next weekend, and I've already sorted through quite a bit of it. And I'm going to speculate it's going to be more than 100 foot by 100 foot. Just a very nice size roof. We'll make it as big as we have material to make it. Be really nice for if we have foul weather, or at the end of the game, don't have to stand out in the sun, have a little shade over our head. We got a lot of work to do on it, you know. Maybe a couple of people will come and help us work on that, but we got a lot of welding, a lot of cutting, and we'll piece that building together. And I believe one of our sponsors is going to come in and help us actually erect the building. And so if the weather stays like it looks like it's going to, we should have you a nice big roof here by D-Day. Well,
one thing about this building, we've had this building probably 9 or 10 years, been on the ground, and we've never had the resources to get it put up. It was either a lot of money to do it, or we didn't have the equipment to do it. So now we've got some money and some equipment, so we'll see what happens. But we're standing where it's actually going to go up at. So if you see the Army trucks here, it'll actually cover all the way over to the road on that side, and then it'll actually go across the road to maybe 1 or 2 of RV hookups. So, and it'll be a good sized building, and I think it'll be a nice change for the facility, especially like rain and whatever. We can still get a lot of people underneath this facility and continue on with maybe instructions or maybe games or whatever it takes. But we're really excited about getting this up. This is a big change for this D-Day facility, and we'll keep you posted as we get started. We'll hopefully get this thing done soon.
Well, we've needed it for a long time, and we'll shoot some footage and let them see that thing going up, and it'll really help out all the track vehicles and everything. Snipes has been really doing some heavy maintenance on those, getting them all ready, and if we can get a big roof, keep them in underneath the roof and everything, we'll have a lot better luck keeping all that stuff operational. It's going to be a really good D-Day this year. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to do at least one styrofoam building as well. I haven't really decided where. Me and you'll talk about that later, but we're going to try to build a building somewhere and build a pavilion, and I think we'll be ready for D-Day.
Absolutely. Well, one thing for sure, it's going to be a good year, and 2015 is gearing up to be pretty nice. We've got a lot more interest earlier than we ever have since we've been running this game. So a lot of enthusiasm out there in the D-Day community. We appreciate you guys signing up early, because that gives us working capital. We just keep building and doing stuff. So, alrighty, we'll update you again here pretty quick.